Thanks, Sally. That's lovely. They're in Rugby. And, of course, you might have heard the dulcet tones there of the lovely Caroline for the last time this week and for a while.
Hopefully not forever. Well, maybe forever.
No.
Depends how this next interview goes.
I don't think so.
Here we go. No pressure. It's that time of the week where we try and find out about another sport that perhaps you haven't heard on the headlines. It's our Friday fixture. This week we're going very fast and very furious. We're going carriage driving. Chris Orchard is an aficionado of the sport and joins us now. Evening, Chris.
Hello there.
Tell us about carriage driving then.
Right, well, my particular sport is, as you say, very fast and furious, and perhaps not the most widely done in the world of carriage driving, because you have to be quite reckless to do this sport. You have to just not be afraid to just let your ponies gallop flat out. It's against the clock. You have your pair of ponies pulling a four-wheel carriage, and you go as fast as you can through pairs of cones with balls on the top of the cones, and the idea is not to hit any because you get penalties. You have a groom on the back of the carriage who leans out round the corners, a bit like motorcycle sidecar racing, to keep the whole thing on the floor. If your groom doesn't do his job, the whole thing tips over. So it's fast and furious, and the fastest person without penalties will win. It's really straightforward.
So is this your kind of bag then, Chris? Why did you get into it?
I used to do a bit of show jumping, and this is quite similar. And you're trying to take a really short line between the sets of cones to get your time as fast as possible. Originally, when I was about 3, I suppose, I used to watch Horse of the Year show on the telly.
As we all do.
And I just thought, that is what I want to do. I want to be there. So I started doing horsey stuff and show jumping, and then we used to go to Horse of the Year show to watch, and I would see the scurry racing and just think, wow, that's fantastic. It's got everything. It's got the excitement, it's got the skill, and the beautiful ponies that are so cute and cuddly, and they really are.
You are selling it very well. So it's got balls on top of cones, we've got carriages. Is it all a bit too expensive, though, or can your average Joe like me get involved?
I think there are so many different types of carriage driving, and you can start from the very beginning with one small pony and a two-wheel carriage, which is really, really relatively inexpensive. I mean, you're not talking much more money than just a riding saddle or something. So, yes, you can get involved from grassroots. Obviously, at the level that I'm at now, then it does cost a lot more. But it's something you can do, as you say, right from the very beginning, and there's so many different disciplines. You don't have to be a lunatic like I am. There's a lot more sedate types of carriage driving. Even the type of carriage driving that Prince Philip used to do with the 4 ponies, cross-country, all that. I do a bit of that myself as well with scurry ponies as a 4-in-hand team.
You and royalty then, Chris.
Absolutely.
Well, if people want to find out more, how can they?
My website's got quite a lot of information on it. It's just Google Orchard Scurry Team, and the website will come up. Loads of pictures and videos of what's going on. So really, the thing to do, I think, for somebody who wants to get into carriage driving, especially if they're already a reasonable rider, the transition between riding and driving is quite straightforward because you learn a lot of the grassroots things about horses. So just probably the best way to do it, if you're a rider and you decide you want to carriage drive, or not even a rider and decide, best thing to do is to go somewhere local to you, get some lessons. That's really the safest way to do it. Get some lessons, and then you'll get a bit of experience, and then you can decide which type of carriage driving you want to go into and how far you want to go.
Fantastic. Chris, thank you very much. The thrill seeker that is Chris and her carriage driving. Just Google it. She's at Orchard Scurry Team. Pop it into the website search engine.
And it'll come up like a miracle.
Just like us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Thanks for that. Slightly slow. Eye on reading. Thanks very much, Caroline. Thanks for a super 2 weeks.
Pleasure. I've enjoyed the therapy.
Hi, Eliza. I'm on my way home to take my lovely wife Jo out for our 5th, it says weeding anniversary. I'm